It's Wednesday. You know what time it is. Time for hottest wrestling podcast on the planet with your hosts, good old JP Mayer and Luna, Dollar Bill, the cleaner, and the brain. Let's get started. Welcome to the Brain Trust.
I was going to say, what's the
Sorry
name
about
of the
that.
podcast?
What's the name of the podcast?
The Brain Trust.
Ooh, that comes better. You gotta say it like that, better. The Brain Trust. Welcome to the Brain Trust.
Oh, my cleaner. I just saw what you put in the group chat. Like,
Oh, it was the wrong group chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
no, I
But,
find that to be fucking hilarious.
Oh
Yeah. Uh, yeah, no, I put it in the wrong group chat. I meant to send it to my football friends.
No, that's okay. That's funny.
Listen,
No,
we all
it's
watch
funny as
football. Why can't we?
you guys do. I don't watch as much
But
as you guys.
it is a sad state of affairs for Bill Belichick to have to go from coaching the Patriots to coaching a college team that hasn't made the playoffs in like 18 years.
It's a
I
challenge.
mean, first of all, the playoff has only been around for 10 years.
Yeah, but still,
Um,
they haven't won a bowl game in 18 years.
I mean, it's still UNC. And plus, he's like we said, one of the greatest football minds of all time. So
Yeah.
if there's anybody that could fix it, it's him. And he said he always wanted to coach college ball. So we're gonna
We'll
see
see.
how good he does.
Yeah, we'll see how long he lasts.
I'm not gonna
But,
say it.
I do have a special message from Silent Assassin.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to be here tonight, but he apologizes. He got a last-minute call for a top-secret covert mission that's going to take him through to the beginning of next year.
Yes, he's sleeping until next year.
Yeah, he's working for
think so.
Serta, testing out new mattresses. And I believe, JP, he sent you a link to join him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just got my bed. I got my bed almost 3 years ago. It's still fairly good. Comfy. So,
It's springy.
it was a little too comfy last week.
bro.
You had to know it was coming. You had to know it was coming.
Oh, I fully expected it.
I'm still chalking it up to the shock of the video.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah, we got you good.
Like, one of my all-time favorites, Christopher Daniels, somebody who I actually got to meet in 2014. Like, God, I met a lot of people that day.
Yeah. But
This is
I know
right
you always talk about Christopher Daniels being one of your favorites. So
Yes.
when I saw that, I said, yeah, that's the one.
Like just getting to meet Chris Daniels back in 2014. It was him and Kaz because they had just left TNA and they had just started at Ring of Honor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, return to Ring of Honor.
What's that?
Return to Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Well, at least Kaz was starting out. CD
Yeah.
was
It
returning.
was Daniels' return.
Yeah.
But that day alone, I met Kaz and Daniels, the Young Bucks, Veda Scott.
Mm.
Oh yes. Candice LeRae and Joey Ryan.
Nah.
We'll
Yeah.
not talk about him.
Yeah, well, that's all I'm saying about him. Maria Kanellis.
Mm.
Eric Young. Chris Sabin.
Mm-hmm.
And a freshly released Drew Galloway.
He was at an ROH show.
No, this was FWE.
Oh.
It was in New York.
Okay.
Okay.
I rode up with a friend of mine, and
The LA Boom?
No, it wasn't Laboom. It was at a church.
Mm.
And this was the first time that I met Mittens.
Oh, CM Kid.
Oh yeah, he goes to like every single. I don't know if I remember seeing him for Deadlock, but I saw him at Full Gear on the outside, and then I saw him at the next day in Jersey City at Bloodsport.
Yeah, this kid fucking goes everywhere.
He does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Every time I go to her, you know what? I'm probably gonna see him Friday.
Probably.
Oh yeah, you'll probably see him. I highly. If you don't see him Friday, I would be shocked.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You'll probably. Are you going all 3 days?
I'm going to pick up my tickets for Dynamite and Collision soon. Within the next 24 hours. But I've long had my ticket for Final Battle.
Okay.
But no, like this. Like I love the kid to death. Like I've gone to. I'd have to say easily 100 shows where he was at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I could say the same. Every time I go to UBS Arena or who do you call it? Fucking
Prudential.
not just Prudential.
Barclays.
Arthur Ashe. Going to like Grand Slam or going to, one of those. I'll always see him coming out.
Oh yeah, he's a good kid. I like Mike.
Yeah, no, he's a very, very good kid. I wish I had his bank account.
We all do, right?
Yeah.
No, wish that.
But the kid works, so it's not like
No, yeah.
it's not like he's mooching. Like the kid fucking works. So
No, good on him.
yeah.
Good
Yeah,
on
he
him.
busts his ass.
He's busting his ass all day and night, dude.
Dude, and you know what? He gets to go to. He goes to shows of something he loves. That's why. Yeah, within the last since maybe 2016, 2017, I've started to adopt that policy. I don't wait for friends. I'll just buy my own ticket to shows because you need to. I didn't even know my light was on. But yeah, you need to just go do you.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, just go to the shows. It doesn't matter because you never know if you're gonna take that. You're gonna have that opportunity again.
Yeah, like 9 times out of 10, you go to a show, you're gonna know 20 people there.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be wrestling. It could be music. It could be like a concert. Hell, the Baby Metal show that I went to last month. I literally I didn't know anybody there, but as soon as I pulled up online, I'm talking to so many people.
Yeah.
And it maybe because I had a disco ball on my head, but
No, but
That's good, P.
I remember the Dynamite I went to. It was the one at Prudential in 2022.
Was it the one with Cody? He came out.
No.
Wait, no, I'm trying to remember that one. Oh, that was the main event was Jungle Express versus Lucha Bros. Okay, yep.
Like I bought my ticket off somebody because he got a different ticket.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew someone, like I was outside, and I was talking to so many of my buddies. My buddy Jumbo Ref was there. Me and him wound up going around to get food at whatever it used to be, the Edison Ale House. I don't know what it is now.
It's probably Reds.
Yeah, Red's Beer Garden.
Yeah.
There I ran into 10 other people I knew.
Mhm.
including my buddy Mike, the guy who always has the Dusty tribute on.
Mm. Oh yes, yes, yes. I know exactly who you're talking about. I'll see him at every show too.
Yeah,
He just dresses up all like Dusty Rhodes, and it even got a pop out of Cody. I think it was like the first Dynamite at Prudential Center. It got a pop out of Cody and CM Pussy.
yeah. Like once Cody went back, I remember seeing this online.
Mm-hmm.
I think at a WWE house show in, I want to say Trenton,
Mhm.
where Cody was there. Gallows and Anderson were there,
Mhm.
and they called him into the ring, and they let him do his full-on Dusty spiel.
I do remember something similar to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like
But
this is like a couple
speaking
months after Cody came back.
speaking of GCW, their next show is coming up.
Yeah, is
Hold
it
on.
at Ridgefield Park?
Yep.
I would need somebody to I need somebody to take me to that, because I think I've said this the last time I went to it, the only time I went to a show there. I took public transportation and it was a bitch.
Hey,
Yes,
Brain.
I know, because it was also on a Sunday.
Hey, Brain.
Yes.
Yo,
Take that link and post it in the chat too.
He did. Oh, the chat.
Yeah, in the chat too. Like you
yeah,
want to post.
definitely,
Yeah, just saying. It helps.
definitely.
Son of a bitch! I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make it.
But like this year, like for me,
Mm-hmm.
has been one of the hardest years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For
You want your
one,
help.
being away from everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
I get you.
if I had it my way, I would be for starters, I would have been at every Pro Wrestling Magic show.
Yeah.
Because I was doing behind the scenes stuff there.
Mhm.
You would have been at every Funhouse show.
Yeah, like I would have. Yeah, it's like I would have been there. And the best part about it is I would have seen my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Because I learned a lot this year as to who your friends are and who your friends aren't.
Mm-hmm.
And the three of you, way on the side of good.
Let me put it to you this way, JP. Blood isn't always family.
Oh yeah,
Family isn't always blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've said this for a very long time. You do not have to be blood to be family.
Nope.
Exactly.
And
And what we have here
yeah,
within the Brain Trust, and that includes everybody who's in the Brain Trust crew,
yeah.
whether they're on the podcast or not.
Fitz, RPM, Tommy, fucking Magic, all of us.
Dane. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's people I talk to on a semi-frequent basis outside of this group.
Mm-hmm.
There's people I talk to every once in a while. Like, I don't expect to talk to people every day.
No, it's ridiculous.
But,
Well, unless you do.
well, yeah. But it would be nice, like, to hear from people. Like, hey, JP, how are you? How's Michigan? Like, which I get. Like I don't expect me to be the center of everybody's attention.
I do. I expect to be front and center of everybody's attention. You got to bow down to me.
Well, no,
Yeah,
you
kiss my ass.
You have to bow down to this one.
I'm the youngest one here, so that means I deserve all the attention.
Oh, shit.
I'm the baby. You gotta love me.
You do that voice way too well.
I know. But,
Sorry, I think I do it better.
Yeah, you kind of hit it a little better. You hit it a
yeah,
little
but yes, you got the three of us who are in our 40s.
I'm about to be 50 next year, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
Same here.
Right? See? The
I
two
just got
50s
another
and everybody else
2 years
younger.
of that.
We're only, what, 3 weeks apart? 4 weeks apart?
Yeah, yours was like, what was yours?
March 18th.
Yeah, I'm April 23rd, so yeah.
Yeah, so a month and 5 days.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you are getting old.
Hush.
Those farts.
You be quiet there, Sonny.
Meanwhile, me and Cleaner are over.
Listen, don't make me pull down your pamper and beat your ass.
Hey, I might enjoy that.
I was talking
Depends.
to Clean.
Yeah. Still, yeah, I might enjoy it too.
I've heard that about you. That you enjoy wearing Pampers.
Well, I mean, I enjoy people pulling them down and spanking me. I can't believe I just said that out loud. Please don't take that out of context.
Especially
This
if they
show
look
is
like
now
you do
an
that.
X rating.
This show is NSFW.
Yeah, not just NSFC. NSFW.
And a whole bunch of WTF.
a
Exactly.
whole bunch of WTF.
So, Cleaner, do you remember the first GCW show at Hammerstein?
Yes, I was there.
Yeah, you were a couple rows behind me.
Yes, that's right.
But at that show, I went up with my buddy, and we met up with a couple of our buddies on the train, and
Mhm.
we were going around trying to find a place to eat because we got up there hours early.
Oh.
Yeah.
We wound up finding a restaurant / rage room.
Oh, wow.
So,
Nice.
So we're there, we're eating, we're drinking, but all you had to do was buy a drink, whether it been a beer or like a soda, and they would let you go into the rage room and break everything.
Rah.
Dude, I wish I went back.
I would love to find a place like that.
That
Bro.
You know what I got about 4 miles from my house?
What's that?
An
Tilted
axe
kilt.
place.
A what?
Ooh.
Wait, say it
Someplace to
again?
Throw axes.
Ooh, you got an extra one.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And I
wanna
miss
go there
Tilted
one day.
Tilt.
Yeah, go there, man. Make some
I want
time.
to go there one day.
Cleaner. I used to go to the Tilted Kilt that was on Route 18 in East Brunswick.
Oh,
Okay.
I know that one.
Yeah, they became a Bar Louie. No, it became something different.
Yeah.
But the Bar Louie was right next to it.
See,
But,
go ahead.
one time we're sitting there, we're at a table, me and my friends, and we're kind of by the bar,
Mhm.
and we almost see a fight break out.
Oh, wow.
Mind you, we're like none of us are drinking. We're just sitting there eating food, talking, and yeah, we get people almost fucking throwing down.
Oh, what?
They were drunk and stupid.
Yeah.
Beer muscles.
Beer
Oh
muscles.
yeah. You see, I never got beer muscles. I got beer
Good.
goggles.
I don't know which is worse, honestly.
Beer goggles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a good
Because you
question.
wake up the next morning with your arm underneath somebody, and it's almost like a wolf trying to chew their leg off to get away from a trap.
Nah.
See, you know, it's one thing I really enjoyed. Before I used, this is before the pandemic, because I think since pandemic it's gone away. I mean, I know for a fact it's not there now, but we used to go to a lot before Hammerstein shows. There was a Hooters.
Yeah, there used to be a Hooters right
Yeah.
there.
Right there on MSG, right next to MSG.
Yeah.
It was like literally a couple of doors down from the Sabaros, that's still there.
Yeah, I don't know how that fucking Sbarro's is still there. Yeah, fucking Hooters isn't.
It's something else now.
Not for nothing, Sabaros is overrated.
Yeah, I never eat at Sbarro's. It's like, why?
No, it's like if I'm going for pizza, I'm gonna get judged on this one like really hard, really quickly. I go to that place inside Penn Station.
No, you know where I go? I go to this place. It's on 38th and 8th. It's like $1. Well, I think now it's like $1.50, but it's so good. I think it's called Two Brothers.
Yes, I know that one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know the place you're talking about. We went there one night at the Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, see, that's the one thing we would do. Is right after every Hammerstein show, I'd always just walk right down there, take a couple slices to eat, and then head back to the path.
Yep.
Is that one open late night?
Yeah, that's open late.
3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, because let me explain this real quick. So, because I used to go in the city and basically go to hit some of the clubs to go dancing here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite moments, my memories, was walking down like the street and going to one of the pieces. Like I probably won't say Two Brothers because that's one I remember. And in there, I saw one guy dressed up like really, spiffy suit, next to a punk rocker with a mohawk, next to another hip hopper, basically, hood.
Yeah.
And next to another lady, and they're all eating pizza peacefully.
Yeah.
Like that's like I said, it's like pizza. It brings everybody together.
It does.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But for me, a staple for whenever I went to New York and got off the train at MSG was to find a dirty water dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
There's always one if you go into the Hammerstein, there's always one right on the corner, right in front of that diner that's there.
Yeah.
There's always a one there. And one thing I loved about the well, I shouldn't say just the Baby Metal show, but the Terminal 5, this venue where the concerts were at. Roughly around 5 o'clock, 5:15, which is maybe like a half an hour before doors open. A guy will come up, start to set up. I always thought he was there earlier, but he'd only show up at like 5:15. Like Dirty Water Dog, but he'd blast the music of whoever's playing the venue that night, and it was like such a cool vibe. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what. When you're desperate and you see one of those guys on the corner, you're just like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go."
Yeah.
I don't care how desperate I am. I want a dirty fucking water dog.
We got
You're either getting a dirty water dog or a concrete pretzel.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got to explain to the people who have not lived in New York.
Yes, yeah.
Those pretzels, you could break a tooth on those fuckers.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, when they're cooked right, they are amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
But the only thing is, the only better pretzel that is Oni Ann's. I love Oni Ann's.
Okay, I got a funny story for you guys.
Shoot.
All been in Penn Station. Going back, and this is, God, like 10, 15 years ago at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent.
In Penn
Someone
Station,
had to.
the Nathan's KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and
Oh yeah,
the combo.
yeah.
I was just coming back from Connecticut, and from a taping of the Steve Wilkos show,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I'm hungry. I want to get some. I want to get something. I go in there. I'm dressed like a bum, like essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I go into pizza because I want to get something. This
Mhm.
dude comes up to me dressed better than me. Yo, man, got $1? Like, no, bro, I don't.
Oh, you just reminded me. I wasn't there for the trip, but somebody had told me about it later on. So my television production class in in high school, a couple of years before me, they went on a trip to go to Maury in Connecticut. And they got like the full access. So like, they got tours, they got to speak with Maury before the show, the whole 9 yards.
Nice.
And the only reason why that trip got accepted was they were told it was going to be about like teen pregnancy or something like that. They roll up to the show, and they changed the topic of the show to it was one of those shows where you guessed if the person was a man or a woman.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And then you can wonder why they never went back to Maury again.
It would have been better if it was You Are Not the Father.
That would have been better.
I mean, they do that all the time.
Guys, I have to say this. We have gone so far off the rails, it's not even funny.
It's the year end. It's the year end bullshit.
I know.
Yeah, it's just the year end bullshit.
Let's try and turn back towards what we talked about in the year. Aside from...
We talked about wrestling. Anyway, back to Maury.
Anyways, the last time I went up to Connecticut was on my birthday. On my 38th birthday, which was the last birthday my mom was alive.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got to go up for a taping of Maury.
Nice.
Theaters.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy Ryan, he was doing everything in his power to get on TV. Like, he was booing everybody. Like, I was like, it was me, my friend, his wife, my friend Ryan, and my friend Tatiana. And yeah, we just, we had a fucking blast. And Ryan made it 1,000 times better.
God. Good.
But I wound up going up to Connecticut, I think 3 times on my birthday. For a taping of Wilkos. And the last time was Maury.
There's this one channel that I fucking watch. Like there are these channels that I just have on nonstop. One of them is that channel, I forget, it's like Noisy or something like that, but all it airs. Yeah, all it airs is fucking Wilkos and Maury. Like Wilkos, another channel.
And,
I haven't seen Springer. I haven't seen it. But I guess I gotta check it out another time. Like there's another channel, Fight Network. I watch that all the time, and it's MMA, but then they'll air some wrestling. Like they'll air old school ROH. I'm talking like HD net. So like this is like 08, 09.
Oh shit, ROH. We're going.
Yeah, like this is like
back.
Right out of the golden era.
Like Jimmy Smith as the backstage interview.
It was Dan Prazik and Hagerwood.
I don't remember.
I think it's the guy before Kevin Kelly. But yeah, no, like they're all air TNA, so they're air, all different eras of TNA. So like old school TNA, even NWA TNA, but then they'll air like TNA from like last week. Cause it's actually owned by the channel that owns TNA.
Anthem.
Yeah, they'll also air some New Japan stuff. Like very recently, they just aired the World Tag League Final.
Ooh.
They also, some of my favorite shit is that they air fucking Pancrase.
What?
And, yeah, and I was talking to talking to Pinky about that, and I was like, bro, yeah, you got to check out the Fight Network. They'll air like all a bunch of shit because he was telling me like, yeah, he loves like fucking catch wrestling and blood sport type shit. I was like, yeah, mom, me too. This is before I realized I was talking to fucking Pinky. Yeah, this is before I actually realized. I thought I was just talking to like maybe a guy that helps out or something like that. And then I looked at him. I was like, oh fuck, that's Pinky.
I miss Pinky.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Pinky's
All
cool as
right,
hell.
here. I'll make everybody a deal. Let me go fill my jug with some beverage. and
Okay.
then we'll come back and
Beverage.
talk about what we talked about this year.
The funny thing too is that once I said, "Oh, hey, you're Pinky, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh man, thank you for coming on the pod. You remember John the EMT?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, just thank you for coming on the pod. It was a load of fun. We'd love to have you back." He's like, "Oh yeah, no, we had fun," and like literally like a minute later, he walks away. I'm like, "Oh no, I busted his cover." But he came back.
Yeah. I mean, we had a hell of a year on the show.
Yeah.
We really did.
I made a dumbass out of myself plenty of times.
And we were entertained for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
You made a dumbass out of yourself about 50 times this year.
Yeah. And I didn't say a single cent.
Neither did we. So what's the difference?
Okay.
It's like one of those.
Yeah.
God, we covered a lot, but we went all over the place when our topics.
Yeah. And we went from talking about the big boys to going back to our origins with Jersey All Pro.
Oh yeah.
Well, technically, your guys' origins. I'm a late bloomer.
You're still a Jersey All Pro guy. Because you
Yeah.
were there at the end. You're still a Jersey All Pro guy.
Yeah. Through and through.
Yeah. We spent a few weeks talking about the impact that the ladies have had on the game.
Yes.
We've talked about.
And that wasn't a pun.
We had our gripe sessions.
Great.
Yeah, the episodes where you guys just let me rant for like a whole hour. And I appreciate it because that was like therapy.
No
Therapy.
problem.
Good night.
I mean, the episode where we started out griping about how bad Ring of Honor was being treated. And to
It's
be
gotten
honest,
a little better.
it has gotten a little bit better, but it's still not where it belongs.
It's
still
not.
underrated.
Yeah.
It needs its
It's
own TV deal. It needs that exposure.
it needs
If
that
it gets the
separation.
exposure, it gets the views. If it gets the views, it gets the fans. And Ring of Honor needs the fans.
Yes.
You can't have the niche audience like it used to when it was small.
Ah, shit.
Now do that in the bathroom.
I'm going to do it now, damn it.
Just
Clean
not
it
on
out.
camera.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Just let me get on a train to Michigan. Giving me about like 8 hours.
Word.
Probably about 14. Because you got to figure stops.
Oh,
you gotta do your stuff.
wait. Is it like on the Ohio border, or is it like? Or
I'm
you?
like,
I'm in Mount Pleasant, which is, I want to say, well, I'm like 2 hours from Detroit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 to 10 hours. But that, you know what? That probably involves a transfer too. Probably have
Oh,
to
yeah.
get off at like Cleveland or like Indianapolis, and then transfer to a train from Indianapolis to Mount Pleasant.
You'd have to go to Detroit.
Oh, and then walk.
No.
Yeah. Maybe.
No.
It's one of those you just don't walk.
No, there's literally like no public. There's no trains around here. All the buses are like local buses. Yeah, bro,
It's bad.
yeah.
It's bad, man.
So for me this year on the podcast, I came on thinking I was just going to be a guest spot for a couple weeks with RPM not being around to being a full-time member of the crew.
And RPM being the guest host.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, round robin time.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite guest on the show?
Magic.
And yeah,
I've
I
always
probably
been-
have to say Magic.
Yeah, Magic is definitely a good one.
I did love the Guineas.
Vincenzo and his crew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
best I can remember it.
Yeah,
'Cause I was like, oh, I felt right at home.
Pinky was cool too.
Yeah, Pinky was cool.
Larry.
Larry was
Yeah.
funny.
It was good to see him again, man. I love that dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And to be honest with you, when he first
Mhm.
started doing the ring announcing for Jersey All Pro,
Yeah.
I was not feeling him. I was not feeling it. I even said to Jeff, I said, dude, you got to find somebody else. This he's too much of a cartoon. Because he was wearing the high waters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his pants were the high waters.
hmm
I mean, you could see 3 inch of sock.
That he did the same thing.
In GCW.
Mhm.
Also, when I initially met him at PWS.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? More as I watched him more and more, I realized he had what it takes to get the audience's attention.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, he got my attention. And now he's one of the best guys I know in the business. And if we ever get BFW started, he's one of the guys I'm bringing in. I will have him do a BFW show any day of the week.
Amen to that.
Twice on Sundays.
Why not? We do a matinee show at 2:00 and do a main show at 7:00.
And we can only do one on Thursday. And 2.5 on Friday.
Mm.
We'll leave Fridays alone. Maybe we could do 2 on Saturday.
Double header.
No, we gotta do it like Broadway. We gotta do the 2 shows on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
You got the talent?
It's the same guys. Just mix up the matches.
Let's make sure they actually stay awake and not pass out from being too tired.
Listen.
No, I'm not making fun this time. I'm just saying because if you keep working the same guys over and over, they do get tired.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, to be fair, Chris Hero, I remember set the record of like wrestling like I think it was like 12 hours straight.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
So
hearing about that.
Yeah, you need some guys like him.
Right.
I wouldn't mind having
Like,
Chris
they can do
Hero
it, they can do it.
show here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's retired.
Yeah,
So
but
When I was-
we do have one guaranteed guy.
Pinky.
No.
Fat Fuck Barrel Boy. Yep. Call on down. Fat Fuck Barrel Boy's coming back to wrestling.
Fuck fat barrel boy. I don't give a fuck. He ain't working for us.
He's working for me. When I get my company started, yeah, he's working for me.
You can have him.
He's gonna be my world champion.
No, guys, you know who I'm talking about.
That's you.
Thank you.
He's a Jersey boy.
That's
He's
not
been
good.
to big time.
That is right. We're getting Boom Boom in AJ Boom Boom, whatever his name was. I don't remember.
We
Big
bring
boom,
the
AJ.
boom. That's what we do.
Yeah, we are not. I am not defacing my company and defiling my company with idiots like that.
Hey, you know what? It's gonna bring eyes to the company.
Yeah.
Now here's a question:
Yeah, but
Is it
by
worth it?
the time we get done, by the time we get started, he ain't gonna be no big boom anymore. Everybody's
Somebody just
retired.
made a big boom in their pants. I just heard that.
Actually, it was not me.
Luna's hotboxing again.
Bro.
But nah, come on, guys. Crowbar.
Ah, Devin.
Crowbar. Nick.
Crowbar. Nick Killshot.
But bring in the king himself. Nick.
Speaking about him, all right. You know what? I can't fucking believe. I don't know if I said this on the show. He's actually he's making an appearance for CZW.
Yeah.
It like hell froze over. He's going back to
Never go
CZW.
back there.
No, well, I guess because his thing with I don't know if he's taking time off but something happened with GCW.
Yeah.
So I guess he was like, you know what? Let me try to at least mend the fences there, since it's a big part of his life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's how I ended up meeting him and Nate.
That's how probably most of us found out about him.
Yeah, because he did that whole CZW invasion angle on Jersey All Pro.
Jesus Christ, how many places did CZW invade?
Lost
Lost
count.
Ring of Honor, Jersey All Pro, GCW.
Didn't
They
they
tried
also?
AEW, technically,
No,
because Nick
He
Gage
wasn't-
did work in AEW.
but he was wearing a GCW shirt.
Yeah, I
Mm.
understand
I
that.
thought
but
he
still-
was
He was a GCW guy.
He's a CZW guy at heart.
All right.
He was signed to GCW
Right.
Yeah.
at that time, so he was a GCW guy at that
W
time.
invaded AEW.
I wouldn't even
I'm
say
so
that.
shocked about
Oh
that.
shit!
Like 3 years later.
3 years later.
I'll tell you what. So with
You-
Chris Jericho showing up at GCW, and they're actually going to air the footage, I think, on Dynamite or Collision next week. Like this upcoming Saturday on Collision or on Dynamite. Or they might do it on Rampage.
It tomorrow on Ring of Honor.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, it's Ring of Honor.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
Matt Cardona's going after the Ring of Honor title.
On Friday. I realized none of that made sense. So thank you for correcting me.
You're welcome. So, yeah, Final Battle is Friday.
Yes, and I will be there.
So, I heard AEW offered Cardona a contract.
There are
Right.
people saying it. That is the rumor. I will say
No word
this.
whether he signed it yet.
There's no word if that's actually true or not.
Yes.
So the thing is, I will say it's a rumor for now. It's the same thing like when you talking about baseball free agency, which we're in the middle of. you could always have these rumors of who offered who a contract or some shit, but the only thing that's going to be confirmed is where the person actually signs. So really, it's just anybody's fucking guess if he does sign or if he says I was offered but I did decline the contract.
Yeah, but like part of me thinks he's gonna go back to WWE to be alongside his wife, but
He did publicly say that. He said he wants to go back.
But part of me also thinks him as Ring of Honor World Champion would be a good thing.
See, that's the thing people are saying. Like, that's how you know he actually would have signed, is if they make him Ring of Honor World Champion. Because they're not going to do that if he doesn't sign.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it could be cool. Bring awareness. It also would depend on how far the negotiations are in the Ring of Honor TV deal. Because supposedly Tony Khan is saying that there are offers on the table. So I don't know where or how far the negotiations have gone. And that was a big reason why supposedly Chris Jericho won the title again. Because they want him to be the face of Ring of Honor during the negotiations to get more star power. And then once the negotiation's over, you could drop it to somebody.
Like, when it comes to Final Battle on Friday, all I care about is Athena dropping the title.
I think this is going to be the time.
It seems like it. That's all.
Yeah, I think. But the thing for me is, now that Billie isn't the TV champion anymore. Yeah, it might be. It might be the time to make her TV or world champ, and then you could at least get Athena back up on the main roster.
Yeah.
Because supposedly they are thinking of. I heard a rumor that they might think about Athena and Mercedes at All In, which would be nice, especially considering the match that fucking Mercedes had a couple days ago with the Long Beach show for New Japan. It was a fucking banger. That's what everybody said.
I've heard that, but
yeah, same here. I am here. I'm just looking at something.
Yeah. I don't care what anybody says. I'm still not a fan of hers.
Oh no, I'm always gonna be. After what I saw, Brooklyn Takeover. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be a fan of hers for a long time. I mean, I'm not. She's not high on my list, but like.
Yeah, I'm not big on her. As a wrestler, I think she's great.
Yeah.
But like as a person, I'm just like whatever.
I mean, everything I've heard about her is that she's actually a genuinely nice woman, very sweet. But you know what? She stood up for herself. I can't be mad about that.
Oh yeah, I'm not mad about her leaving.
I mean, I can tell you what. The one thing I don't like about WWE, especially with the women's, is that online community is very toxic. The WWE Diva stands, so toxic. And Mercedes, I'm not gonna lie, Mercedes, especially as Sasha Banks, she had a very toxic fan base.
Oh yeah, you'll not get an argument from me on that one.
I will say her social media fan base.
Mercedes, you said?
Yeah, when she during her time as Sasha Banks. Because I remember one time, she had made a post, and Britt Baker just, I guess, offered words of encouragement or something like that, and Britt Baker got slammed for no reason. They were don't talk to anybody in WWE. Oh, stay in your own lane. Blah blah blah. It's like, bro, she was just complimenting fucking Sasha. Now Mercedes.
Yeah,
Now whatever.
the IWC is toxic no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I noticed some of the highest levels of toxicity are with the women, WWE, specifically the WWE women's fan base. The stands, I should say the stands. The stands.
Yeah, just call
Because
them
it's
out.
yeah, the stands are so much worse. Like actual, like yeah, there's a difference between fans and stands.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just reiterate real quick, just to, just to clear the difference?
So like a fan is like supportive, like you could be a very big fan. A wrestling term would be a mark, because that's not actually a bad term. Remember that. Like you could be a really, really big fan, but you're supportive. You're not gatekeeping. You're not attacking. You're not obsessing. You're respecting their privacy. Stands are obsessive. They're very, and it's about them,
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen a lot of these stands, they'll put in their profile like, oh, so and so liked my tweet one time. Did an autograph session 3 times, and then they literally will just like share content. They'll take content from other people, send and like tag the person they're a stan of, and then they'll either like make it about themselves, or they'll get mad at the person they're standing for not responding to them. It's very obsessive.
Like, don't have a fucking life outside of the work, right?
Yeah.
Go outside and touch grass.
Yes, I love that phrase. Yes, touch grass.
Go outside and breathe real air.
Go to a bar, look at a real woman or a man, depending on your preferences.
Go get a real drink.
Yeah, lay off the Monster once in a while.
Hey, Monster is delicious.
Do some ecstasy. That's the fun stuff. So, am I the only one out of the 4 of us who have actually been able to attend the show this year?
Yeah, I've been caught up and busy to the point where I can't even remember what the hell like my weekend plans are.
Darn, that sucks.
No, it does suck. I mean, I've missed going to shows. I haven't had a chance because by the time I find out about it, by the time I find out about it, it's like too late.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're only one town over from me. So like, yeah, we could have been going to everything together.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow's not tomorrow. Saturday.
Friday.
There's a show on Saturday, right?
Yeah. There's actually some good seats available for Collision. And then Sunday is also Dynamite, but that's sold out. So you'd have to get a third-party ticket for that.
When I go to Collision? I mean, I've been to Collision before.
But it's from the Hammerstein Ballroom. And they announced tonight, one of the matches that are going to be on is Will Ospreay versus Ricochet.
That's worth the admission alone.
I saw that. I was like, okay, because I'll be honest, I wasn't so enthralled with going to Dynamite and Collision. I like Final Battle. You guys know me, how big of an ROH guy I am.
Yeah.
And Final Battle always it's a good show. Even if you don't know the guys, it's a good show.
Yeah. So, Dynamite and Collision, I was like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be the last nights of the Continental Classic, so there might be something good there. Once I heard Will Ospreay versus Ricochet, I'm like, okay, buying Collision. And then I'm still waiting on Dynamite. I did see that they're gonna have Okada in a match on the Dynamite. So I was like, all right, yeah, I want to look at that. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to buy an overpriced ticket.
Unfortunately.
He's back.
Miss me?
Not really.
Nah, we didn't show you.
We had more fun looking at Luna.
No.
I mean, I had more fun looking at paint dry.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh.
Well, I'm saying anything is better than. I'm just fucking around. I don't even know where I was going.
Different there.
But fuck.
You forgot.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
And
Hey, Luna. This is a pretty girl. Princess Pretty Girl. Can never go wrong with Luna.
nope.
But
But you can't go wrong with alpacas.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, they're a crazy animal.
Hey, we have a
hey,
guest. in the
Pikes
show.
Peak is in. Hey, Pikes, haven't seen you in a
Yes,
while.
dude. Yo,
Welcome
yo,
back.
yo.
That's Luna.
Yes, Luna is the official mascot of the Brain Trust podcast.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But what about our tour manager? We need somebody to fill that role. Can she
That's
do?
Orca.
Can she run our books?
That's Orca.
Yeah, or the cat can do that.
Okay.
So I just want to put it out there that I have been awake longer than I was last week.
Yes, you have.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all hanging. We're alive.
Congratulations. We'll send you your participation award in the mail.
3 to 5 weeks, right?
4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, that's right.
If it's brown and smells bad, trust me, it's a participation award.
Oh shit!
Especially if it has a return address from Bayonne. Because we all know if it's from Bayonne, leave it
Leave it
alone.
alone. Did I tell you guys? I told somebody when I was in San Francisco. I told that to somebody. He's like, "Bro, I haven't heard that in forever." So I was going to a Giants game there. I was like, you know what? I'm in San Francisco. I got some time before I see these beautiful ladies. So let me go to a Giants game. I don't know when I'm going to get this opportunity again. And surprise, surprise, the team they were playing during my stay were the New York Mets. And so I was on their like light rail system talking to a guy. And because I was obviously the only one on the train in full Yankees gear.
Right.
So he goes to me and he's like, "Oh, hey, you from the area?" I was like, "No, I'm from New York. I'm actually from New York, and like I'm just here on a little vacation." He was like, "Yeah, I am too, but I moved here about like 5 years ago." And he's like, "I moved from Jersey," and we started talking. I was like, "Yeah, I'm from a town called Bayonne." He's like, "That sounds familiar." I was like, "Dude, we got a phrase. If it's from Bayonne, leave it alone." And he was like, "Bro, I haven't heard that in years."
That's cool.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I didn't realize most of the Mets fans that I saw at the game were from New York, but they moved to California, which is insane.
Why would you want to move to California?
Yeah, especially the Bay Area.
I don't know, man. People do some strange things.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I remember the second day I was talking to this guy. He was like from Queens, but he was like, "Oh, I moved here like 30 or 40 years ago, whatever the fuck." But he was always talking about like, "Oh, you can't hate. You got to be nice, or like everybody's got to show love, this, that, and the other." He's like, "Oh, I don't have a hatred." I was like, because he obviously he started to bring up, that he was a Rangers fan. I was like, "No, fuck that. I hate the Rangers. Fuck that." And I was like, I showed up in Yankee gear just to piss everybody off. Like there was one Giants fan that, was giving me shit, and I'm like, and that is the funny thing too. I got more shit from Giants fans than Mets fans.
Are we
Like,
surprised?
Well,
Actually, yes.
I mean, even though it's been 70 years,
No, they're San Francisco Giants fans now.
I
They're,
I
yeah.
understand that. There is still the deep-seated hatred of the Yankees for the Giants fans.
But that's more with people from New York, not from like actual like San Francisco. Because you would hate Detroit or
It's
LA more.
it's
You'd
inbred
hate
from the families.
you hate from Oakland. I'm talking about like the people that were born, raised, and that lived in San Francisco. Most of the people over there, like the Giants fans over there, they probably don't give a shit about the Yankees. Well, I mean, they hate the Yankees because they're the Yankees, but not because of that, that rivalry. If you have Giants fans over here, then yeah, they probably hate the Yankees from that rivalry. But then again, how many people are still alive that were able to see the Giants and Dodgers here in New York?
Good question.
Other than actually, playing the Mets,
Mm-hmm.
If there, and I'll tell you, I don't know. I know this is like a baseball thing, but like, if there's one old stadium I wish I could visit, it's Ebbets Field. I love it.
Oh.
And the Polo Grounds.
No, I don't want to. Maybe for a football game, but not for baseball.
If there's a stadium that I would want to visit, and it pains me to say this as a Yankee fan, I want to go to Fenway.
I didn't see a game there, but I was on a tour there. It's actually really beautiful.
Yeah,
and
it's just a tour.
Yeah, and like the only bad thing was like they were really fucking up the field, because it was like in the middle of February, so they were recovering from the Winter Classic. So there's like a huge fucking just like a ravine right through the middle of the field because of the pipes they had to lay for the ice.
Yeah.
And then you could see some of the field is still in shitty condition from the college football bowl game that they had there. So the field was a complete wreck.
Did you get to go inside the Green Monster?
Not inside, but we were on the top. And that is a view. That's a beautiful view. And we were
How
in
many flights of stairs?
Not that much, because it's a ramp. It's a long ramp.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those. And we were also in the away locker room, which was really cool. And he's like, so, I actually didn't catch as much shit as I thought. I thought I'd catch a lot of shit for wearing Yankee stuff. Mind you, I was wearing Yankee stuff. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm going to Boston. I'm fucking wearing Yankee shit. Yeah, I don't care if it's February. But yeah, no, the guy, he didn't give me a ton of shit. Like, yeah, we got some stuff about 2004, but like, he was actually really cool. And so like the first stop is the away locker room, and he's like, oh, okay, hey, where's my Yankee fan? He's like, I raised my arm, and he's like, oh, good. The locker you're standing right next to, that was Derek Jeter's locker room. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Nice.
Yeah, because it seemed like he always wanted that locker right next to the door.
Right.
Well, as the captain, he's supposed to lead the team, so that would be next to the door. He's the first one out the door.
Yeah,
makes sense.
And so we got in to sit in the original seats from because they have. If you look, they have red seats and then they have blue seats. The blue seats are the original like wooden seats from when the stadium first opened.
Nice.
We got to sit in those, and then we went on top of the Green Monster. Then we got in to sit in the press box. But yeah, no, I talked to the guy afterwards, and he was like, we got to talk, and I was like, as much as I love the new place, I miss the old Yankee Stadium. And like he was really cool. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I've been to the new place. I've been to the old place." Like he's a baseball guy. And I didn't. That was the one thing I really enjoyed about it. And I'll tell you what, it really changed my opinion on the Sox. Is that they're like they did treat me with respectfully.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I got to go to the old Yankee Stadium twice. And the new Yankee Stadium 4 times.
I would say for me, if you include actually showing up for a game that gets postponed after I get into the stadium, I've probably been there like to the new place like 5 times, but I've been to the old place 4 times. The old place.
Yeah, I got you beat.
I'll tell you what, like when you get down to your seat, it's like an amazing, the old stadium. But as soon as you go through the tunnel to get to the concourse and all that, I fucking hated it. So goddamn small. And like you'd have to wait in your seat for like a half an hour, 45 minutes after the game ended, just so you could wait for the fucking crowds to clear out because there was no goddamn space.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that. That's one thing about the new stadium, that it's too cramped.
And I'll tell you what.
The new stadium, I think, is.
Oh no, yeah, the new stadium is really good.
Yeah.
Especially because if you're sitting in the outfield, all you have to do is just walk up to like the main concourse and then just walk to center field and they let you right out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so easy.
But
it doesn't matter if it's the new place or the old place. The one thing I always fucking hate is if you take a car, the Major Deegan's always fucking fucked. And they will shut it down. And so you have to go through like fucking Harlem and then take the I don't think it's what's that? The West Side Highway.
Yeah.
You have to take that
right.
down to like 42nd to get
Yeah,
onto the
Hudson.
Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
or if you really want to go further down, you go further down to the Holland.
I mean the Lincoln's usually never that bad, so we'll usually just go to like the first tunnel. But I'll tell you what, the subways are not that bad.
Out of the times that I went to the new Yankee Stadium,
Mhm.
3 times we went via subway and train. And this one time my friend insisted on driving in.
Oh god.
And
That's
we had to find a parking garage. A place to park. I feel like it was like 2 miles away from the stadium.
So
Yeah.
I will say this right now: if you ever go again, always book your parking place beforehand. Because that's what we did the last couple times I've been. We booked the parking beforehand. The first one was it felt like it was because it was along a hill, and my friend walks like at the fucking like he walks a mile a minute. So like I'm like fucking my fat ass is like busting ass down this goddamn hill. And like I'm just like out of breath within 5 minutes. But you know what was a fun thing when they used to have it? The Yankee Clipper. You know what that is?
Yes.
The Yankee Clipper is for those that don't know, it was a boat, New York waterway that went from Hoboken to the stadium. It was so much fun. You get
I
like
remember that.
and it goes up the Brooklyn side. So you go right underneath Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, Williamsboro Bridge.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah. And it's right up the whole fucking not the Hudson River, but the other river that's on the other side. East River, yeah. Goes right up there, and you go right up to the stadium. And now, mind you, I don't know. I think they shut it down once the new stadium came around. Because the only time I was able to take it was to the old stadium. But yeah, no, that was fun.
That must have been a while. But shit.
Yeah.
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 Imagine a fucking wrestling show there. Oh, like it would be amazing, but
They ain't feeling that shit.
no, they would. Well,
You really think
It would-
so?
they would, but I mean, I don't know if AEW would be able to. I mean, I think AEW can do it if they have the right ticket prices. WWE definitely can because,
Just because it's
WWE.
WWE.
well, it's got a bigger reach
Yeah.
and all that. Oh, speaking about ticket prices, have you guys seen the ticket prices for TNA at UBS Arena?
No.
No. Uh-oh.
Front row, and like some of those, like those VIP, like those first couple rows,
I heard that was $600.
$700. Last time I
shit.
checked, it was $730. I said, not even fucking AEW charges that much.
Nope.
But as with anything else, you will get the idiots who will pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, granted, their other ticket prices are super fucking cheap. like lower bowl is like $40, which is really good. A really good price.
Now,
Yeah.
Cleaner, when they had what did they have there this past year? Was it
AEW had Forbidden Door.
okay? How many people do you think were there? Because I knew you were there.
The lower bowl was like pretty much almost all sold out. Maybe a couple of the production sides wasn't fully sold out, but it was more production-ish.
Okay.
The upper deck, maybe the hard cam side, like looking towards, like hard cam looking towards the ring, that side probably had a good amount of people. The night sold out, but Full Gear was more attended. Let me say that. Let me say that. And it's roughly a similar same size venue.
Yeah, I want to, because
Oh, we just lost you right there.
Uh-oh.
I think he's still there. He's just looking at something.
Oh, I thought at least the audio would come through if he was looking at something.
Hey, JP, you still with us?
You still here?
Yeah, he went to sleep. He lasted what? Hour 11.
I don't think he went to sleep. I think he was just having some issues.
Yeah, I think he's having connectivity issues.
There we go.
Okay, so
Okay.
what was the question?
no, I thought it. So I just looked at the attendance for Forbidden Door, and it says 11K.
It depends on the how much they could fit for wrestling.
Well, here's the thing, like TNA, a company that up until this past year has been doing 1,000-seat arenas for their pay-per-views.
So, well, here's the thing. One, the upper deck is not going to be, as of right now, the upper deck is not on sale.
Okay.
And two, they're very limited in their options. Considering that they had about, what was it, like 6,000 for Battle for Glory?
Yeah.
They're not going to want to run an arena that does 1,500 for wrestling, which is the Hammerstein. Or the next highest level you could go in this area is, what do you call it?
Terminal 5.
No, Terminal 5 is less for wrestling.
Oh.
It's more. I think it's roughly the same size for concerts, but it's less for wrestling. I'm talking about the Chase Theater at Madison Square Garden.
Oh.
That can get you maybe 3,000, which is still far under Bound for Glory. The only next level up is Prudential Center, Barclays, Madison Square Garden, and UBS Arena. That's why that's why TNA has always had problems coming here, and even with Ring of Honor, is that there's no mid-level arenas over here.
Yeah.
Like what AEW ran tonight for Dynamite, it was like roughly a 5,000-6,000 seat arena. There's none of that in this area. Maybe the closest one you get to in this area is White Plains. That's a distance out.
That's
The Westchester County Center?
I don't know the name of the venue, but I know WWE used to run there like for house shows all the time.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, even there, I think they might have even ran there one year.
Yeah, but I mean, the point is, you're not going to be able to get close to 6,000 running those type of venues. So they were kind of like if you look at what they're doing for LA, they're running. I think it's called the Gavin Center. It's where the USC men's basketball plays. That's still only like a 6,000, 7,000 seat arena. Compare it to over here, we don't have that type of arena. You're either going with the 1,500 Hammerstein Ballroom, or you got to go to the UBS Arena. The best example, Ring of Honor. for G1 Supercard. They ran Supercard of Honor before at Hammerstein Ballroom, sold out everything. But then the years after that, they were doing like the year before G1 Supercard, they had roughly, I think it was like 8,000 to 9,000 people attend Supercard of Honor.
Wow.
There's for shit ain't no fucking venue that could hold that if you're not going to UBS Arena, Prudential Center, and they only had one choice, and it was Madison Square Garden, because Prudential Center had dates. Brooklyn was WWE, and UBS Arena wasn't built yet. Even like Nassau was still being redeveloped. So there was only one choice, and it was Madison fucking Square Garden.
And they sold that shit out.
They did. So that was the position that TNA was in. If they wanted to run a venue in New York that had that can get you a size close to the 6,000 at Bound for Glory, there's really no other choice other than maybe Prudential Center, because they ain't going to be able to run Brooklyn, because that's almost exclusive to WWE now. And then you ain't going to run Madison Square Garden because, one, WWE still fucking tries to say that it's their venue, even though they fucking only do house shows. Like, they do a Raw and SmackDown every now and then, but...
Yeah, every now and then.
Yeah, it's every now and then. And they only been doing it because of Supercard. Because of G1 Supercard. That was the reason why they started running... But then again, they're still not doing fucking pay-per-views, you know?
No.
So, but also the production cost is sky high to run that.
And they're not going to go to Prudential Center because that's AEW.
Well, they could run Prudential Center, but the thing was, it could be booked. Like I'm sure Prudential Center wouldn't mind, and neither would AEW mind. But the thing is, it's probably booked, and they probably felt like it was too far out, which is why they go to UBS Arena. Because it's still, and it like you get to it by public transportation. You could take the LIRR.
Okay.
Which is fucking stupid.
Totally stupid.
The LIRR. I fucking hate it.
Fuck.
Nightmare.
It is.
It's a nightmare.
Oh, getting back from Forbidden Door was a fucking nightmare because I had to, when I was walking out of the arena, they had the trains, the train schedule. And the one train to Penn Station was like 5 minutes away, and I know I wasn't going to get to the fucking train station. The next 3 trains were to Grand Central. And so I just had to take that. And then, mind you, I get to Grand Central it was in between Saturday and Sunday at like 1:30 in the fucking morning. So the path is pretty much done. Everything from New Jersey Transit is pretty much done. So I was like, fuck, I got to take a $60 Uber back to Bayonne.
Shit.
Yeah.
Some expensive ass Uber.
Yeah. Because I'm not, like, I was...
Grand Central Station to Bayonne, yeah.
Yeah.
You're going through at least one. You're going through the tunnel, so that's tacked on.
Yeah, I mean it's not as bad as when I took the first time I went to Terminal 5 for Ring of Honor. I took an Uber back from there, and that was $90. Yeah, and guess Terminal 5
in Manhattan.
Yeah, so is Grand Central.
Why? What?
I'll tell you what. I looked at the bill, and mind you, this is in the days when Uber didn't tell you the price until after the ride. So that's why I took it. I checked the receipt. $40 was just crossing the state line.
Jesus Christ.
Covers the tolls.
Yeah, it was come back home to New Jersey, Bill. $40.
Because they got to take their asses back into New York.
Yeah.
That noise.
That's why.
That's why when I went to the concerts this year, the 3 concerts at Terminal 5 this year, I found out where the subway is, and I just took a subway.
That's what you got to do sometimes.
That's what you gotta do.
Hey, thank you guys for letting me go on another rant.
This has been the cleaner rant.
I don't have to go to therapy.
And we're cheaper too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're free.
$3.99.
I love that free 99.
How much again?
Free 99.
Remember back in the day, WWE kept advertising their price every time when the network first came out.
Yes.
Oh
It
my
lasted
god!
for years. I remember that's how I got Natalia to follow me on Twitter.
Oh
So
shit!
she still, to this day, still follows me on Twitter. Thank God. And it's been like a decade now. And so basically, what happened was, it was like she was doing like some type of Q&A, and I was just like, "Fuck it, let me just." She was like, "All right, ask me a question." I was like, "Did you know the network was $9.99?" You know, playing into the joke. You know, I was like, "Oh, the WWE network is $9.99 a month." And then next thing I know, I get a follow notification from Natalia. I'm like, "Wait, what?" So I checked. It was like, yeah, there was the real account. And she posted back a reply that was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I love the network," or some shit like that. I was like, "Holy fuck!" I just did a shit post and it got me a follow. That's still to this day. She has 2.5 million followers on Twitter, and no, she has 2.5 million followers. She only follows 12,000, and I'm one of them.
Nice.
And you're not a WWE fan. Like,
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But you're a Natalia fan.
Yeah, I do like her. That really helped me like her a lot more. I was like, "Oh, that's a cool thing."
All right, let's get into WWE for a minute since we're talking about Natalia.
All right, hold on one second.
That was more than a second, so.
Yeah. Well, I said, "Give me a second."
And I gave you more than a second.
We gave you 2.
Oh, okay.
I want change.
Okay, hold on. There it is. There's your change.
That's what I thought was coming. Like I got change for you.
Okay, so I just learned how to do something. Now
Breathe?
that I have the app.
Wow.
Wait, he learned how to do what?
Look.
When his camera's not on, put the what he's gonna put on what people can see.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a fucking loser. I know this.
What's
No,
wrong?
you're
What's
not.
wrong with the picture of Luna? Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. What's all that?
Friday.
But
Just beat the hell out of anybody.
I want your thoughts on the possibility of Natalia being the first women's Intercontinental Champion.
If it's anybody who does, you see, here's the thing. Like,
Let's go ahead and say it.
she doesn't deserve it. She deserves to be the women's world champion.
I'm not arguing that point. However, think about the lineage of the men's Intercontinental Championship within the Hart family.
Right.
The only
Bret
person from
Owens,
the Hart
Bulldog.
The only person from the Hart Foundation that did not hold the title was her own
Tyson-
father.
Didn't Tyson Kidd not win it neither?
Tyson Kidd. I don't think Tyson Kidd ever made it up to the main roster.
Tyson Kidd was
Yeah, he did.
tag team champion
Yeah.
with Cesaro.
Oh, that's right. But I'm talking about actual blood family,
Mm.
not married into actual
Well,
blood family. The only member of her blood family that did not hold the Intercontinental title was her own father.
I mean, if I can make a case for Tyson, right? He would. You remember when they had that big celebration at the In Your House '97?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in there. He was as close as he wasn't blood, but he was family.
Yeah.
So
I
does that make
understand
that
I'm not
incest?
saying.
Ah,
Like I said,
wah,
I'm
wah.
saying.
Bad cleaner.
Let me rephrase that because
Please.
Davy Boy was part of the Hart Foundation,
Yeah.
but he
He
married,
married
into
it.
family. So, but still, her two uncles, Brett and Owen, both held the Intercontinental Championship, but her father did not.
I honestly thought you were gonna fucking say, and her like other uncle, Big Dick Dudley Hart was the Intercontinental Champion. I really thought you were gonna go there for some reason. Like I'm like, wait,
Why?
there's a fucking.
I'm being straight up legit on this one.
Well, no, what I was saying was like you were gonna fucking bring up some fucking fourth Hart that I have no recollection of. Like,
Bruce,
yeah, but like I know about Bruce. I thought you could do like Jimmy Hart. Well, no, I can't say Jimmy Hart. But like like you're gonna bring up some like Hart that I had no idea
like
who
Billy
the hell
Bob
he is.
Billy Bob Thornton Hart.
Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, he was Intercontinental Champion for like 3 weeks. So like, the fuck? How the fuck do you know that? But can I be honest?
Sure.
I know. Yes, I don't watch WWE, but I get informed from social media and
us.
or dirt sheets and shit like that. Can I say how much? Now this is an AAW thing too. I hate the fact that these mid-card WWE titles for the women are just lazily the Intercontinental and US titles. I think that's fucking lazy. Because you're just being like, oh, what are we going to call them? Like you made the women's television title or the women's European. That's how you bring back the European Championship, the women's national champion, something like that. I don't like I said, this is an AEW thing. I don't like the fucking women's TV champion in Ring of Honor. I don't like the TBS champion, even though that is a little. You could kind of make sense for that because it's the fucking 2 channels they're on. But like, I don't like. To me, it's lazy, and because especially it's the same fucking belt but just white straps. I don't. Am I the only one that feels that way, or?
To call it the Women's Intercontinental?
Yeah, like create a
And
new
Women's Wrestling Championship.
and yeah, it goes for the same with the Women's World and the Women's WWE Championship. I think it's fucking lazy to give them the same exact belts as the men, just smaller and a white strap. I feel like what it should be is like, okay, like you could still call it the Women's World Championship, but give it a fresh design. And you could do the same thing for the WWE title, but like the mid card titles, let's have like the women's national champion, women's global champion, women's television champion, women's I don't know,
Sweaty ball sack champion.
perfect. I mean, like to me, it's lazy marketing.
NXT.
That could be, yeah,
Sweaty Ball Sack Championship.
yeah.
Or how about the women's silicone titty championship?
The women's fleshlight champion. All they get is like a golden fleshlight.
The women's.
But the point I'm trying to make though is that I think it's like lazy marketing to just give them the same exact fucking belt as a men's title, just white strap and slightly smaller.
Lazy marketing, but I think also the mindset they're thinking we want to be treated the same as men, so we want the same title name. That's probably what's going on to the minds of some of them. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. It's a theory, so don't quote me as being a theory.
No.
It's just a possible mindset.
All right.
I mean, I would say
Throw this out there.
okay. Go ahead.
Left field.
Center field. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. But,
Wait, before you get this out, let me just say I think it's also a crime that as soon as Chelsea Green won the belt, she didn't immediately rename it the Canadian Championship.
Okay.
So go ahead.
If you
Brain,
want
you
to
had the
give them a different design of the belt, I saw
Okay.
a design for the Women's United States Championship belt that had the Statue of Liberty on it.
Why was
That
that
would
one
have looked
used?
good.
I
I
think
saw an AI created image
Mm.
of the United States Championship with the Statue of Liberty on it in the center of the belt.
So that'll be the women's United States title.
Yes.
See, yeah, I think I could also cut some of them slack if they gave them like a new design
I
of the
agree.
belt. If they called it the United States Championship and gave them a new design, I could give them some points there. But it's to me, it's just like lazy because you're basically giving them a replica championship, like a kids version, because you know the difference in size between men and women. So they just
Now, with regards to the Intercontinental Championship,
Mhm.
personally, I hate the current design.
Same.
I
I
think it's
like.
fuck.
I will say I like it better that they painted the black stuff blue. That addition really helps. Like you know
It
the
doesn't
black globes.
doesn't help for me. I do not like the new design.
Now personally,
I also wasn't a big fan of the oval.
I
However,
fucking love the
However-
oval.
So ugly.
However, given the choice between the oval and the current design, I would take the oval.
Now I'm
You
thinking
guys-
current design over.
You guys are gonna fucking hate me. I like the oval better than the classic design. I fucking love the oval. I think it's so fucking beautiful.
I'm not
Once
saying
again-
it's not a bad looking belt. It's just
Yeah.
it wasn't my Intercontinental belt.
I was
It's not
gonna
the
bring
belt
that up.
I grew up with.
Yeah.
For me,
See,
it's
yeah, I was
Not
gonna
the
bring that
belt
up.
that I held.
I was gonna bring that up. It's not the belt that you grew up with. It's the one that I grew up with.
Right.
So like when I think of Intercontinental Champions, a lot of the ones that I think of are wearing that belt. Like especially Randy Orton.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, he was the standard bearer for that belt, without a doubt.
Yeah. When I think of that belt, I'm thinking Randy Orton.
Without a doubt. But
Mhm.
like I said, given the choice of those three designs, I'm going with the classic with the red WWF on top.
Yeah, for me, it's classic, then the current, then the oval. I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of the oval.
So for me, I would say oval. I would then say the updated version of the classic. I like that one better than the original version, mainly because the original version I think had like too many different like element changes. It was the same overall belt, but they changed it several times, or they updated it several times over the course of its first run. So I like the update better than the original. Then I guess I would put the original than this new version. But then again, probably at the bottom of the list is the original. You know, that small little green strap.
Oh, I'm not even
Oh, the one that
counting.
Peyton Morales wore?
Yeah.
I'm just counting from when
gosh.
I started watching.
Hmm.
Like the United States title. I fucking love the WCW version.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I do like the WWE version, the original version.
Bring on screen.
Yes, that one.
Oh God, I remember that one.
I actually remember. For some reason, I remember Pat Patterson having a even different version. Because I
it's a
remember,
much smaller belt.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember it being shown off. So one thing I will always watch is those what do you call it videos? The warehouse
Warehouse
videos.
Oh,
No, it's the WWE warehouse, and they have the guy, the curator. He basically will just bring shit out and just talk about it the whole time. Yeah, that one.
oh God, that's a tiny one.
Yeah, that's the
That's
original
what
one
she
that
said.
he won in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah,
It's
for
still around.
quote unquote.
Yeah,
Era.
just like I won a bodybuilding competition in Rio de Janeiro.
Me too.
But yeah, no.
I won a BJJ competition against Hoist Gracie in Rio.
Oh God, you just reminded me some fucking. If you ever listen to the Deadlock podcast, go to their Patreon. $10 a month. They have these watch-alongs, and there was a time where they did like the first 5 USC events, and he just fucking murders everybody. Like Royce Gracie just murders everybody in the first 5 events. But what I was saying was these warehouse videos. He just did one about the Intercontinental Championships and like the different designs over the years. And he brought the original one out, the Pat Patterson one. And it's like, holy shit, the history that's in that.
A lot of history, shit.
Let me see.
I'm looking something up, and I just saw something. The next SNME is on January 25th.
So SME is going to be like a quarterly thing.
It could be a monthly thing.
I guess it's not like a lot of people break.
I'll tell you what, man.
It's probably, you know what it's probably going to be? It's probably going to be a glorified house show.
It's
Yeah.
basically what it is.
No one's going to deny it. It's pretty much a house show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
So-
I don't think everybody's really expecting a title to be changed hands there.
So if you see the brain, I have a shared screen. I was going to show off the video.
Oh, sure. Show this.
Yeah. So this is it right here. So these type of videos I actually do generally,
Oh.
and this is it
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
Oh my
Very much a
god.
Whoa.
Yeah.
championship. You would go to
They
the
like
Yeah.
legit have so much.
angles and, like, maybe just
I would
make
love to
videos
like if
or
they ever offered
the technique.
tours.
They did for creators.
Really,
They had like a creator event in 2017 before SummerSlam, and they had
pretty much
like they gave out a tour.
Hmm.
Mind you, look what he's standing in front of. He's standing in front of a fucking drag car.
Velcro.
Holy shit.
For The Rock.
Yeah.
And then the Brahma Bull that came down from the Raptors, which the Undertaker set on fire.
Yeah. And then that's something for WrestleMania in the background. But yeah, no. I absolutely recommend, if there's one thing from WWE I recommend, it's those videos. He is very insightful. And
Oh yeah.
when I watched the Unwanted Treasures or whatever the fuck treasure show, I
Yeah.
only enjoyed it for him. I didn't enjoy fucking Top Dollar and whoever the fuck else he was with that week trying to fucking pressure and guilt trip people into selling their stuff that they don't want to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those.
So, right, I'm looking at on WWE.com title history, Intercontinental Championship,
Yeah.
and they have a breakdown of how many champions have held the belt and long
So-
reign, shortest reign, stuff like that.
One thing I want to ask, are they just counting like reigns or are they counting like the different people? So like,
Championship holders.
so Chris
It's
Jericho
not-
is only counted like once. He's not counted 9 times.
Oh, I
Yes.
see. I see. Because it's like he held it 9 different times, so it's like
Yeah. Are they counting it 9 times for Chris Jericho?
I don't know. I haven't opened it up yet, so
Let's
Okay.
check it out.
And you said you were on Wikipedia?
Oh, I'm on WWE.com itself.
Okay.
Let's see.
So you also got to be wary because other people are going to have different records. Like WWE might not mention everything.
Very strange. And stupid.
Strudel.
That's not a
Okay,
doma.
so under each decade breakdown,
Voltaire.
Mhm.
show more. It lists who held the title and how long their reign was.
Okay. So from what I have,
Right now, they got Braun twice. They got Jay, Sammy, Gunther, Ricochet, Sammy again, Shinsuke, Apollo, Big E, Sammy, Jeff Hardy, AJ, Sammy, Braun, Shinsuke. That's from 2020 to the present.
does it have a number total of different people to win the belt?
Yep, it breaks down to how many in each decade. 2020 to the present right now has 16 champions. Longest reign, 666 days. Shortest reign, 13 days.
So okay, so I do want to look at this because I'm looking
Hang on
I'm
one
looking I'm looking on Wikipedia.
Oh,
And
Voltaire's here. Hi, Voltaire.
Voltaire's in the house. What's up, brother? And there's the link right there,
Hey.
Cleaner.
okay. So Wikipedia is listing there have been 91 different champions.
Damn.
No.
So 16, 47, 67. Okay, so I will tell you this. From what it looks like on the WWE.com, it looks like they're just counting the individual reigns. They're not counting the specific champions. So
No,
1,
no.
But
2,
what you gotta
3.
do is you gotta hit see more,
See more
and it
blood.
opens up to show all the individual champions.
So no, so what they're
their
doing when they say championship holders, they're just saying how many different reigns there have been because they're counting Braun Breaker twice. They're counting Sami
Right.
Zayn twice. Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. So that's why what I was asking for was how many different people have actually held the belt.
Individuals.
And yeah, 91 different individuals have held the belt because Wikipedia, they list Miz. So if there's a rank and then there's like something that says number of reigns.
Yeah,
So
I
the
know.
rank,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, so it
Yeah.
just lists that there have been 91 different individuals to hold the title. That's what I was asking for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
on the
WWE.com, I'm
they're
looking at it
showing
right
the
now.
Number of
Mm.
reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they shouldn't say championship holders. They should say number of reigns.
Agreed.
I will say
Hello.
the rebrand of the tag titles, I fucking love. I will admit that. I love it. The world titles, but the new WWE tag titles, I love them.
Yes.
I love them. I love them.
Bring me a picture. I haven't seen them yet.
So they're pretty much wait, no, I got Johnny Gargano there. I want to look at his bulge.
Why are you looking at Gargano's bulge, bro?
Because he's got small trunks and it's just right there in the open. It was the same with Cody, man. When he was in Ring of Honor and I'd watch him wrestle, he just had it. I was like jealous. I'm like, oh, I know why Brandy loves him a lot.
Luna.
Brandy,
Yeah. I mean, I'm jealous.
not Brittany. Brandy.
Yeah, I said Brandy.
He said Brandy.
Sounded like
It
Brittany.
came off as Brittany, bitch.
So, Have you ever seen the new version of the WWE title or tag titles? Will? No? Okay. So I have it in the share screen right now. It's going to be a little smaller image because this is off of Wikipedia.
Holy
But-
crap!
It looks,
Yeah.
It looks like the
It-
classic WWE tag team title.
yeah. And one
I
thing
like
one thing I love about this is even though I hate the new version of the side plates, I love that it's a 5-plate. I hate 3-plate belts. I love 5-plate. Go ahead.
I'm agreeing with you. I love it too.
Absolutely.
The only belts that can get away with that are A, women belts because you're not working with as much space, and B, the world, the big gold world heavyweight title because that's so fucking iconic.
Yes.
He's right. It's a belt bling.
Yeah, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
Like, there's one thing I love about wrestling. I love just like seeing the world championship designs and like belt design. I love belt design talk.
Mm-hmm.
Then why are you snoring?
Remember when we had that? Didn't we have a tournament amongst ourselves about
The belts.
greatest
Yes, we
wrestlers
did.
in the world?
Yeah.
And if I remember right, I think it was the world title that won. That was the one tournament you had me run.
Was that
Yeah.
the ring belt?
Yep. It was the world title, I think, versus either IWGP4 or
Winged Eagle.
NWA. No, the Wind Eagle.
No, the Winged Eagle, you're right. The Winged Eagle lost in like the quarters of the
oh,
semis.
wait, no, yeah, that's the.
Yeah, I can remember.
The
which
world
was
title-
GP4.
I think the world title was in the other bracket because I remember we had 4 different brackets. Oh yeah, I remember it was WWE, USA, Japan, and then other, and then it was
Brought in, like,
WWE.
Independence and the Mexican belts and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I
Yes,
was
I
like,
think I
you know
remember.
what? Yeah, because I'm like, if this was run by somebody else, it would just be like nothing but WWE belts, and I was like, no, we're not having that.
Oh no! If I was running it, it would have been just the way we did it.
Every belt in the sun.
Yeah, I tried to throw every major world championship plus a lot of the big time junior belts. Like, I don't want to have the junior belt and the IWGP V4 because it's literally the same fucking belt, just smaller and silver.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no point then. Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh no! We ain't having this. Sit your ass up, boy.
I'm not sleeping. She's sleeping.
I don't care. You're laying down. Sit up.
I'm fine.
Sit up, please. Otherwise, my friend will make more comments.
I'm on
Yeah.
Luna, you got to get up and finish the show so I can go to sleep.
You know, the sad part is she might have some more intelligent things to say.
Probably.
Oh.
Oh, it's
There you go.
it's
Now you
heel
can't
mode,
see that I'm
bitch.
laying down.
It's heel mode. Dude, I'm already in heel mode from writing that promo earlier tonight
God.
and cutting one against Yoga Pants from Elite.
Yo,
Yeah, they don't let me in promo tournaments.
You'll be in the next Worlds Collide promo tournament.
Well, good. Oh,
And remember,
she's
I'm
finally
judging.
sticking her head up. Oh, I'm sorry, madame.
Remember, I'm judging.
Oh,
So you better bring your A game, bitch.
listen here, fucker.
Just remember one thing. I taught you everything you know.
But did you teach me everything I know?
I never teach everybody everything I know.
But who taught me?
You're unteachable.
Oh shit!
You're
Oh, shit.
incorrigible.
Well, when I'm handed shit, there's nothing I could do. It's always going to be shit.
When you handed shit, we make you eat it.
Ooh.
Heel mode.
Well, I give it right back to you. I'll give it right back to you.
He's like, how do you spell that?
All right, so we are going on almost 2 hours now.
Yeah. You know what? I think you're right. I think we've gone off the rails, wrapped around, and come back onto the rails and gone off the rails again.
Well, see, were we ever on the rails?
No, not really.
No,
But that-
what rails?
That in a nutshell has been the year of from BTB to the Brain Trust.
Yes.
The year in review.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where we go off the rails usually 5 minutes in.
I think we were off the rails 2 minutes in this time around.
No, we didn't come on rails. What rails?
Yeah, exactly.
We took the bike path.
Shit.
Hey, don't laugh. I do that a lot.
Hi, Lunas. So,
right.
here's what you got to do.
All right.
Luna.
To all our fans, thank you for a very interesting and exciting year. We will
Until-
be back in January. On January 8th, we will be back. We're taking off the weeks of Christmas and New Year's. To all of you and your families, have a very happy, healthy, and safe holiday season.
Yeah.
We love
And,
you.
Give kisses, Luna.
Luna's out
and-
cold.
and
Like
to
Jake
all of our
said,
haters, you can go fuck yourselves. And we hope that Santa shits down your chimney this year.
Again.
Exactly.
Liquid shit, like diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah, from all those sugar cookies he eats.
Thank you. Don't KO strangers. Don't RKO strangers.
No, those are the
Out of
ones you need
nowhere.
to RKO.
Mm-hmm. Out of nowhere. Woo.
But Voltaire,
Exactly.
Voltaire, I want to RKO a stranger, goddammit.
God.
But,
Cold and socking.
gentlemen,
Yep, we will.
I want to thank you both, you all, for a
I say
wonderful year.
both.
Well,
There's three
you
of
and,
us here.
you and Luna are both. I want to thank everybody for a wonderful year. I had a blast this year.
Me too.
Me three.
Luna grunted, so she's saying me four.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
until January 8th. Too sweet.
No, gotta give it. Eh.
Yeah.